Hello and welcome to Rotted Reviews, and I kind of wanted to discuss something a little bit different today. Tuesday would ordinarily be one of my movie review upload days, and I've already watched the film, I've taken my notes, I'm going to be doing the review. I'm just probably going to be doing it tomorrow instead. My neighbor's doing construction, we got a bandsaw going, hammering going, I'm not going to get clean audio, so I kind of wanted to take the opportunity of not being able to do a movie review and to actually discuss something a little bit more substantial at the very least. Something that's been on my mind, something that I kind of wanted to talk about with my audience here, with my viewers, and that's to basically say, how you doing? I hope you're all right. Shit right now kind of sucks. We constantly have this thing about 2020, and it keeps on hammering us down. For those of us in America that are following American politics and have taken a single civics course, that things are in a pretty good state of despair in a lot of ways. We have the quarantine going on. We have the situation with COVID, basically in one form or another. No matter where you are, you're being affected by it in one state of quarantine or restrictions or another. You may be going into a second round of it. Everything right now kind of fucking sucks. And there's really no getting around it. For me, on a bullet point level, if I were to take a look at myself and the situation that I'm in, I would say that I'm extraordinarily fortunate. I've remained employed. I haven't, missed a beat with my paycheck. My channel is kind of growing steadily. Things are on just a checklist level pretty good. But I'm still weary. And there are folks out there that definitely are in a worse position. I know so many people personally that have lost their jobs and have been struggling ever since. They've been, pounding the pavement, trying to find another job in a market that honestly isn't very open right now to, hiring new employees, because everybody is still dealing with the restrictions of the pandemic. And we're also in a situation where no matter what we're talking about anymore, it's politicized. Whether it's public health, whether it's human rights issues, whatever we're talking about, it's politicized, and having that kind of fracturing means that ultimately nothing honestly gets done. Any kind of unified national front or effort is thwarted by the fact that there are folks out there that say it's fake and so on and so forth, and they won't wear a mask. And I honestly just think that's abhorrent for a number of reasons, the least of which is collectively, that means we're not making the progress that we need to on a national level, on a worldwide level, to really combat this thing and get back to a safe operational level. And while that remains in play, folks are still struggling. And in that struggle, you may be feeling the same weariness that I have been, while also experiencing those external struggles and strifes. And it may just seem like it's too much. And that's why I wanted to reach out, take a moment, and ask you, how you doing? I really do hope you're okay. If you are, at the very least at the moment, maybe you're kind of on, shaky legs, but you're still standing. Maybe take the opportunity to use the strength that you have and reach out to folks that maybe are struggling a little bit more, your family, your friends, and ask them, how are you doing? Is there anything I can do to help? Right now, September is the National Suicide Prevention Month, and I'm going to go ahead and throw the hotline up here right now. It's 1-800-273-8255. You may have more local, regional ones that may be a little bit more personable, but either way, I can tell you from firsthand experience that this hotline does help. I have been in some dark places in my life before, and this hotline does help. It just helps, honestly, to speak to somebody, whomever that might be. A qualified medical mental health professional is ideal, but barring that, just venting to somebody, just word vomiting, getting your emotions out from here, out through here, and into there from somebody else, oftentimes helps a lot. And there are maybe folks that you know personally that may have difficulty initiating that. And if you're in a position of being able to listen, I beg of you to check in on people. Because right now, as much as, like I said, on a bullet point level, I'm doing fine. I'm tired. I'm weary. I get down. The state of the world right now, it is tough. And overall, I'm okay. I don't want anybody to worry about me. I'm fine. But there might be some folks out there that are struggling even more that you know personally, that just a kind word and an inquiry into their well-being might make all the difference in their day. And oftentimes we're in a position right now where all we need to do is get through today. Get through today, because hope is always on the horizon. As trite as that sounds, hope has its place, and tomorrow could always be better. Sometimes we can make it of our own making. We can be a little nicer to somebody. We can be a little gentler to somebody, and we can make tomorrow a little bit better for somebody that will then make that infectious and trickle on down. And ultimately, we can kumbaya this shit. But in all seriousness, we have the ability to, be the change we want to see in the world through small token efforts. And if we're just too tired to do that right now, we also need the ability to forgive ourselves. If you need to take a break and shut down social media, shut down your internet, just crawl under a blanket, maybe put on a movie or a book, or read a book or anything along those lines, and just isolate from the world, as long as you are coming at it from a place of personal safety and just recharging your batteries, then forgive yourself. And if you are struggling more than that with your weariness, with your depression, with suicidal tendencies perhaps, then I beg of you to reach out. Seek help. Seek the shoulder and the ear of a neighbor, of a friend, of a family member, or barring that, this number here, and just talk. Talk with somebody and get through today. So that's pretty much what I wanted to talk about. That's pretty much what I wanted to cover is, since the channel has been growing and I found a little bit of a surge of an audience, I wanted to speak to the folks that have been with my channel for a while, and also some of the people that have just, brand new in the last few weeks here, and just ask you that same thing. How are you? I really do hope that you're all right. And if you are, please pass this on to somebody you know. How are you? I hope you're all right. So that should about do it. Really thank you for joining me here today. Sorry it's a bit of a ramble. Sorry it's a bit of an after-school special, but I honestly just kind of think that we really need to be checking in on each other and just taking our finger on the pulse of humanity right now, because we're only going to get through this together. Forgiving ourselves, forgiving each other, and just being unified. So thank you. Yeah, thank you again. I'm going to go ahead and end this before I continue rambling any more than that. And tomorrow I will have a movie review as normal. Be back on schedule. Take care, please.